Here's how to install a SpeedSwap reed switch by Motion Maverick. These come with instruction guides, but this video will be a more detailed view of how to easily install these. Cut your reed switch wire about a foot from the reed switch, strip about 3 inches off the reed switch wire to reveal these 2 wires. Then strip off about a 1/2 inch of each of the 2 wires to look like this. Now take the SpeedSwap reed switch and connect the 2 wires using the 2 supplied solder seal connectors. Do this for both black and white wires. If your bail bandit has different colored wires, that's okay. This is just a switch. You don't have to observe polarity, so it doesn't matter which color wire connects to which SpeedSwap wire. If you aren't familiar with the solder seal connectors, check out how easy they make this. Slide the wire through the connector, and then notice how I bend the 2 wires and then twist them together tightly, like this. Now place a solder seal ring in the very center of the twisted wires. Apply heat with a heat gun and then check out what happens. The outside shrinks and grabs the wires, and then the center solder ring melts and bonds those 2 wires together. Now it's important to use a heat gun on these connectors rather than a butane torch or a lighter. Those will usually burn the solder connector. Besides, a heat gun is much easier to control. After connecting the 2 wires, take this heat shrink piece and slide it over the 2 connectors. Apply heat with a heat gun, and the result should look like this. The SpeedSwap reed switch comes with 2 zip ties for cable management, so if you have some loose or extra cable, you can use those to straighten that up. Next, we will disconnect the old reed switch and replace it with a new SpeedSwap reed switch. To ensure an accurate adjustment, adjust the reed switches with the hydraulics on. This is because sometimes those cylinders will move slightly when the hydraulics are off, and obviously adjust them when the magnet is in front of the reed switch. This means you may have to move the hydraulic cylinders to either fully extended or fully retracted. The tolerance gap on all 6 of the reed switches in the banding box is no less than 1/8 of an inch. The same is true for the kicker reed switch. It also is supposed to have a gap of no less than 1/8 of an inch. Here I'm using a 1/8 inch washer to adjust it accordingly. Check your operator's manual under the adjustment section for gap specs on all of the reed switches, because some other ones are different, like the horizontal plunger reed switch. And finally, after adjusting the reed switch, tighten up the 2 1/2 inch nuts, locking the reed switch in place. And lastly, plug in the reed switch. Now your new SpeedSwap reed switch is installed and ready to use. Now, the next time you need to replace a SpeedSwap reed switch, all you have to do is unbolt and unplug the reed switch, then just bolt and plug the new one in. That's it. No running wires back to the box or even rewiring the reed switch. That's the advantage of the SpeedSwap reed switch. It's simple and it works. You can buy these right now at motionmav.com along with SpeedSwap photo eyes and other parts for your bail bandit. You can also order by calling 806-370-7449.